Hi guys, guess what came today? Let me show you. My Magic Spoon cereal came and my Genepro protein powder that I ordered recently. It comes pretty quickly. I haven't had any for a little while. I actually ran out and did not replace it for a while, but I got the protein powder and the cereal. So this is peanut butter, fruity, cocoa, and frosted. And we are gonna taste all of them and see how they taste. 0 sugar, 4 carbs, and 14 protein. It's a grain-free cereal, and they say it is really good. So I am really excited to try it. This multi-pack on subscription cost me about $35. So it's supposed to send me a new box every month, but I'm probably going to cancel the subscription because I just wanted to try them out for you guys because it is kind of expensive. So it's a little over $8 a box with shipping and everything. So, you know, it's for special occasions and for special desserts that you want to do. And I don't know that I would use up all of this anyway in a month's time because that's a lot of cereal. I want to say I paid $128. No, it's 128 servings. And I want to say I paid $140 or $145, something like that, or $136. Anyway, it's online, Genepro, you can find out. It's the biggest selection they had, the biggest bulk they had, and they sent the wrong size. So I've got to get a hold of them. So I'm not going to open this today because I don't know if they want me to send it back or if they're just going to send me another bag. I don't know. But anyway, this is what I was talking about when it said when you get more protein in Genepro, even though it says it's only 11 grams of protein. Here is the nutrition information. It says 11 grams of protein, but it says 3 times better absorption. So that's what I meant by your body being able to assimilate it easier. They have made it more absorbable, and it's 100% natural, gluten-free, FODMAP certified for food allergy people. Low calorie, lactose-free, sugar-free, no bloat, no gastric distress. Immune boosting as well. It's not flavored. And the scoop in it, I can't open it. The scoop in it though is, see, this is how big a traditional scoop is. This is how little the Genepro scoop is. So you're not using as much, you don't taste it in anything, and it doesn't have all the added calories and additives and things like that in it. So in clinical research, 11 grams of Genepro is equivalent to 33 grams of whey protein because your body can absorb most of it. Or all of it, I don't know. But this stuff, your body can only absorb so much of it. So it might say 30 grams of protein per scoop, but you might only absorb 10 grams or 11 grams of it because the rest of it just goes through your system. So this is really good for boosting your protein intake. And it's the one that I recommend. I've been to the health food store many times. They do not have anything that compares to this. They just don't. I've even asked them. Unflavored, concentrated, you know, and they don't have anything. So I personally like this. The other thing I wanted to show you really quickly. So let's get into the cereal. I'm going to be using this mostly for crusts like cheesecake, pumpkin pie, like I keep mentioning, different things like that. So there's not a lot. It's not something I'm ever going to pour into a bowl and just start eating with milk because this is really pricey. So let's try it and see what it tastes like. This is the peanut butter. It's very light. It's not dense. I think it tastes great. That's me personally. I like it. I cannot wait to use it. You know, I could do a peanut butter cheesecake and do that for the crust. That would be good. This is the fruity And you can also, I'm gonna make cereal bars with these. So just to try it out, because I'm making some homemade marshmallows. Oh, it smells like Fruit Loops. This could be dangerous. I don't know. This tastes a lot like Fruit Loops, and that is one of my all-time, and Trix cereal. Oh my goodness. Trix are not for kids. They are for middle-aged women who have hormonal cravings. That is good, my friend. This is the chocolate, and these are, I will say this, it's hard to get they're just like super glued shut or something. I can't get underneath them. This is the chocolate. Oh, it smells good. It reminds me of Cocoa Puffs. It's not super chocolatey tasting. I mean, it's chocolate-esque, but it's not real cocoa-y. It doesn't have a lingering flavor like the peanut butter and the fruity. There has got to be an easier way to open these things. This is the frosted. Boring. I don't want frosted. I want flavors. I should have built my own box and did it. You can put your own flavors in. So I just took the variety pack that they already offered. I don't even know if it costs any more to build your own flavors. I wish I would have done cinnamon. Ooh, that kind of smells like caramel, in my opinion. There's got to be a way to make this. I haven't figured out how to make cereal yet. This tastes really good. Like a vanilla-y, caramel-y flavor. So I have got to get creative. So this means that the recipes are coming probably in the next video. I'm going to pick one and go with that, and you can see what I'm going to do. When I make pecan pie, when I used to make pecan pie, because I don't know that there's any way to make pecan pie Weight Watchers a bowl without making it so many points that it still kind of defeats the purpose of trying to fill yourself up or to feel like you're satisfied with the dessert without actually going way over your points, if you're doing the point system. But I would take Rice Krispies, and I would, because we were doing gluten-free, and I would put the butter, sugar, and cinnamon with it, and I would make a crust for the pecan pie, and it was amazing. It was addicting. I actually had people say, can you make that pecan pie with that crust you did again, because it was so good. So I'm excited to try this and see how it turns out, because I think there's a lot of things you can do with these. I want to try to find something like Magic Spoon that's not quite as expensive. And maybe, I don't know how you replicate cereal, but it's the quickest, easiest way to make a crust that won't break the bank on your points, because your points are like a bank account, and you can deplete your bank account really quick. It's kind of like it comes in hard and it goes out really easy. Well, that's the way it is with points, and so I have to be really careful, but I'm here to help you guys make the most of your bank account and to budget your points, because I firmly believe in budgeting and being careful with not only your money, but with your health and with the food that you're putting into your body. Genepro, this is the protein powder that I use. They actually sent me 60 servings, and I ordered 100, and I paid for 128 servings. This is another pan that I had. I was cooking eggs in it and I could not get it cleaned off. So I'm going to show you again the, I've already cooked it and I've put baking soda and the vinegar in it, and I want you to see how easy it comes off when I clean this. So I scraped and I scraped and I scraped, and I thought, no, I'm not scraping this anymore. This is crazy. So look at this. Just gonna dump that in my strainer. You guys, do not fight with your pans anymore. You don't have to. Vinegar, baking soda, and it's not rocket science. You know, put in a half a cup of vinegar and a few tablespoons of baking soda, warm it up, and you don't have to destroy your scrubber for one thing, your fingers for another. Use tons of hot water and, you know, risk scratching your pan if you've got one that's scratchable, and spend 10 minutes and wear your arms out trying to get it clean. Just do this. It takes so little effort to get it clean. So thought I'd share that with you. Okay, so we're going to make marshmallows. And I have done this, I did this years ago when we were gluten-free and it worked out perfect. This is a brownie pan. This part comes out. I did that to put some wax paper in here so that I could form it, and then I'm going to spray it with some Pam. And then I'm going to set that aside. Now the ingredients I'm using is their gelatin, magic blend with allulose in it, and peppermint, and I need water. So I have 2 cups of water. I'm going to add 1 cup to the saucepan, and I'm going to add the other cup to just a mixing bowl. I'm going to turn the saucepan on. So I have about a 1/3 cup of gelatin powder. This is grass-fed beef gelatin, and I'm going to sprinkle it over the cold water in the mixing bowl. Set that aside right here. This is getting ready to come to a boil. You're going to let your gelatin sit for about 10 minutes so it gets kind of gooey. And then you're going to add 2/3 cup of allulose sweetener to the water. Now this is not pure allulose, but it has allulose in it. So it is erythritol, allulose, and stevia. But they say that the allulose works best in these applications, so we'll see how that goes. I'm going to stir this until it comes to a boil. Bring it to a simmer on medium heat. And then it's going to have to simmer and slightly boil for a few minutes. So bring it to a low simmering boil. You don't want it to hard boil necessarily, but and then you're supposed to kind of stir it a little bit, you know, while it's doing that. And you leave it on for a few minutes. So I would set your timer for about 2 to 3 minutes. So start mixing your gelatin a little bit. I was going to do a stand mixer, but I didn't know how it would work out with this little bit of ingredient. Okay, so I'm going to use a stand mixer just to keep down the mess because I think it's going to splash out if I use my hand mixer. This is the gelatin mixture. This is the water and the gelatin that I let bloom for about 10 minutes. I'm going to add in, I'm going to slowly add in the water and the sugar that I boiled. so Soft Peaks. That's still a little runny, so we're gonna run it just a few more minutes. It's taking forever because I put everything in really quick, so it'll just be a few more minutes. Okay. Light and airy. They smell very pepperminty. And here's what it looks inside the bowl. Looks like inside the bowl. It has so much air incorporated into it. So I'm going to tell you the reason why I made these was because I fell in love with the Marshallows there at, they had them at Walmart. And basically the whole bag was like a point. So, but the whole bag was like almost $6. So I thought there's got to be a way to make low-calorie marshmallows because I do like marshmallows. I'm not addicted to them or anything, but they are very good. So I looked up online some recipes. I went with this one. This one came from Big Man's World. And these aren't going to be the prettiest in the world, but I'm just trying to show you guys. I have made marshmallows over the years many times. So usually they're prettier than this, but I have never worked with allulose before either. This is my very first time. And I wanted to try it, see how it worked out so you guys could try it if you like it. This is wax paper. You can use parchment paper. And this little pan, it's a little bit bigger than an 8x8. They recommend an 8x8, but to me, this is pretty good size because I'm thinking an 8x8 might be too mounded over. So anyway, there's that. I'll tell you what it tastes like. And look, it's already into a little point on the stove. It's very good. It's very pepperminty and it's sweet and it tastes good. So I'm going to cut these into squares, probably using this little thing that goes inside this pan. I have no idea where this came from. I just don't even know. I think my mom gave it to me a few years ago, but it's probably like I think it's a brownie pan, so it can cut your brownies without destroying them. So that might be something you could find on Amazon. I'm going to use these marshmallows in my hot chocolate with my skinny syrup, mocha, peppermint mocha chocolate shot. So you can get these. I think I got this this is Jordan's Skinny Sauces. It's Jordan's Skinny Sauces. And I think I got this at TJ Maxx. I'm not sure. It might have been Walmart. But anyway, there's stuff like this everywhere. You can look it up on Amazon probably. I'm sure there's things at your local grocery store that you can get. So this is going to be a fun, very comforting, very filling recipe or treat in the evening time because it's cold right now. These also have 3 grams of protein per marshmallow, so that's nice. But I want to say the calories are so low, you would have to eat a few of these to get a point. But eventually they would accumulate. So the serving size, if you cut this into 3 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, that would be like 18 marshmallows. Each one would have 12 calories, 1 carb, 3 protein, 1 fat, a little bit of potassium and calcium and iron, and 1 net carb. So 1/18. Did I say? Yeah, 18th. 1/18 of this pan would be that. So it's a nice little treat. Okay, so I have some Swerve powdered sugar, I'm going to kind of sprinkle it around here. I use my stovetop for a lot of things because it's so convenient. I'm going to peel this off. And there's our fluffy marshmallows. Now they will firm up a little bit. I may have overbeaten these a tiny bit, but isn't that just so adorable? You can cut it in half. I probably did get too much air incorporated in these, but I mean, they're marshmallows. They're yummy. They can be denser. I've made them denser before. They're fun. So, I'm going to show you how to make my hot chocolate mix now. Okay, for the hot chocolate mix, this is my hot chocolate. It's an old collagen peptide can, and I will put a cup of creamer, coffee creamer, unflavored, or you can do vanilla if you want to. You can do a sugar-free vanilla, and then you don't have to add any sweetener to it. But I do just a plain non-dairy coffee creamer. Then I do 1 cup of non-fat dry milk. So a cup of creamer, cup of non-fat dry milk, half a cup of unsweetened cocoa. Also, if you have access to vanilla powder, it's very strong, and it's not like vanilla extract. It's not, you know, the healthiest, but anyway, vanilla powder. I would put a teaspoon of vanilla powder in here too, and that's one less thing you have to think about. It gives it a really good flavor and just adds to it. You can still put peppermint flavoring in it if you want, like my skinny sauce peppermint mocha. You can still put that in your hot chocolate with your fluffy, jiggly marshmallows. They're not supposed to be that jiggly, by the way. I think it needed to be flatter, in like a 9 by 13, and I think it got whipped. Too much air got whipped into it, but it's okay. It still serves the purpose. Then put the lid on, shake everything up really good. And the scoop I use is what came with this Collagen Peptides Orgain brand. This is the scoop I keep in here. I do 1 scoop for about 10 ounces of water, or 8 ounces of water if you want it creamier and chocolatey-er. And then I want to say, I don't have my 2 tablespoon measurement. I'm not sure what this measurement is. That came out to about 2 tablespoons, a little over 2 tablespoons of mix for 8 to 10 ounces of water. And then, like I said, I put my peppermint mocha in it, and then I can put marshmallows in it, and it is really good. So here is the cup of hot chocolate, and it smells wonderful, and my marshmallow is slowly melting into the frothy goodness. Thought you guys might like to see it. These are really fun. Pretty firm. Okay, so to make sure that this video does not turn into a 2-hour-long video, I'm going to cut it off today. I got the Genepro in, I got the cereal in, and everything smells and looks great. It's ready for me to start working on some recipes. The marshmallows were a little bit too fluffy, but they're delicious. In the hot chocolate, they were so fun. They were so delicious. They have a firmness to them, and if you put them in a bigger pan, they probably would have been a little thicker, or not quite as thick or as fluffy. But you just have to kind of work with it. I've never made marshmallows with the sweetener before, so that was a new one for me. I've made them many times. They turn out perfect. You can do all kinds of flavors. The burnt caramel is my favorite max mallow. So I'm going to try to find some burnt caramel flavoring that I can use. The peppermint turned out good. I'm very bad about not doing measurements, and I apologize. And if I took the time to list every recipe in the description and print it out, I would not have time to do videos. So I need you guys to bear with me because I'm doing the best I can with as little time as I have, because homeschooling, you know, the whole homestead thing, taking care of in-laws, it's taking a toll on my time, but I want to help you guys. So I did about a teaspoon of peppermint extract in the marshmallows. So in case I didn't mention that in the recipe, Big Man's World is where I got the recipe from. He has a blog and he does a lot of sugar-free stuff. Some of it, you know, I just kind of sort through it. There's a few of them in there that I like, and you can go to his website and get that recipe printed off if you want to. Like I said, I don't really have time to just sit at the computer or be on my phone when I'm editing and just type out all these recipes. I can link some descriptions, or I can link some things like the water essence and things like that I've linked. I can do some of those because they don't take too much time, but I'm just trying to use my time wisely and make the videos as informative as I can. So be drinking your water, start experimenting with recipes, start experimenting with substituting things. If you like, you know, oatmeal cream pies, you know, try a substitute, find a recipe that you like and try substituting some things just to make it a lower calorie. It's pretty simple once you start experimenting with stuff, but I'm gonna have some more on here. The hot chocolate is really a winner in that it makes you feel like you've had something that you're not supposed to have. So, and sometimes it's just a mind thing. Sometimes it's psychological. You just need to feel like I cheated, but you don't have to have the guilt with it either. So I like doing cheaty things that don't hang guilt on my neck and think, oh, I've just ruined it. So hope that helps. I will be back with another recipe. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do first, and we will see you then. Thanks so much for watching.